How are you feeling?
My son is collapsed, Manduku.
Mama, how are you feeling this morning?
To Lindela. I'm so upset. One police tell me why you doesn't go to your country. Which kind of the country someone can tell someone like that? But to be a refugee is a crime in this country. I come from Lindela. The immigration themselves bring us here. So today you ask us to go again to that Lindela.
So if you're not going to Lindela, what are your options? If you're not going to Lindela,
I'm going in the prison. I didn't come in this country to be arrested. What crime I done? What crime I done?
You're saying your son has collapsed. What's happening in there?
Collapse, just these things. We are not used to this. We are not used to this, please.
What's happening with your son in there?
No, he just collapsed. He just collapsed there.
Well, Aldrin, these are some of these scenes that are playing out. Make sure that this court order is obeyed, it is enforced, it is honored. But the human rights of these refugees, that remains the sensitive issue. Their dignity, the small children that, of course, are part of this process, the women that are also left emotional. You've heard many of them saying that they would...
For Brooklyn, because he's living in Brooklyn. Even the judge, when we go to appeal, the judge will tell us, he's a South African, he's going to stand for a country. He didn't take concern about us. He didn't look about human beings. He set a side for a country. What are we going to say? There's no justice. There's no democracy. Even there was democracy in South Africa, or they really justice. This is can't happen like this. They're supposed to look the better solution. This is not a solution.
Why is a better solution, ma'am?
The better solution, UNHCR is the one. It's not South Africa who they are carrying the refugee in Africa. We are not asking that Canada or America the way they're talking. It's UNHCR, is them who they're controlling all the camp. There is the camp around South Africa.
But the UN is not protecting you right now. They said
it's not a protecting us, yes. It's not a protecting us.
How do you feel about that?
We feel so very bad. It's so bad. We don't have anyone to protect us. Even the government can't protect us, even UNHCR.
But the fact that you've been living on this pavement with small children for so long, there's no water, there's no proper toilets, you know, it's a humanitarian crisis. Are you not concerned about that?
It's not us we asking to come this place. It's the Home Affairs. Just Home Affairs, we get a decision. Home Affairs, he brought us in Lindela. Home Affairs, I'm talking of front of Home Affairs, they are here. It's Home Affairs on 2019, on 15th September. Home Affairs, who he took us, he brought us in Lindela. They tell us, they just help, because according to the law for South Africa, women and children, they can't be in the streets. That's one game they help us to look solution with the UNHCR. We live there almost 4 years, since 2019 until 10 May. The Home Affairs, the Minister of Home Affairs, he get a decision. He said they must take us out. Those blankets we have is the Home Affairs we give us. It's the blanket for Lindela and the mattress for Lindela. They said they try to help UNHCR, but UNHCR, he didn't take the decision. He didn't take wait. That's one Home Affairs he get decision. He said he take us in the street. He coming to leave us also in the street. There's a footage there around here. It's the immigration car we brought us here. It's not us. We was waiting there Lindela. No matter what the treatment we found in Lindela, what he was so very bad. We was in the peace. We was waiting in the patience to wait for the right solution.
I just want to come in. You don't want to go to Lindela, I understand.
I don't want to go back to Lindela.
Why not?
What? Because we lived there 3 years. The minister said, UNHCR, is not, the minister of Home Affairs said, this is not your business, it's not your job, because Home Affairs is only a way to give the paper. What we're asking is for UNHCR.
You also don't want to go back into the South African communities. You do not want to be reintegrated. You don't want to go to Lindela. What are you going to do now? Because here, they are going to remove you. You see, police are not going to have any resistance. You don't want to go to Lindela. You do not want to go back into South African communities. Where are you going after this?
We're just running small. I don't know till when. I don't know where they're going to die or what. It's better we must die in front of everyone than to put us in the concentration camp to go and kill us there. We're living with a snake there, Lindela. There's no electricity. The criminal, they are living better than us. We are not a criminal. We didn't do anything.
Where are you from? Which country are you from?
I'm from Congo. When you go to Lindela, all the section they have electricity, they have a good condition. But us, they put us in the B section, they cut electricity, there's no water. And they're traumatizing us every day, day and night. Even Lindela was a good place. No one can do. And the ladies die there. Even the clinic for Lindela, they don't want even us to be in the clinic of Lindela, because we are dog, we are animal. Let us to die in the street when we're walking. It's better everyone, they see those dogs, they are die.
When did you arrive in South Africa? How did you arrive in South Africa?
I arrived here in South Africa in 2008. I was inside a truck, and I was running, and the truck, it took me, I don't know, I found it myself here in South Africa. Even that truck, was leaving me in Zimbabwe, I can be in Zimbabwe. Even the truck, was leaving me in Zimbabwe, I can be in Zimbabwe.
Do you have the right papers? I understand that you're an asylum.
I have my asylum seeker. I have it. Even my child is born here in South Africa.
So basically, it means that you are legal in South Africa as you have asylum papers.
I have my asylum papers.
All right, thank you so much.
Hello guys, my name is Golden Boy, and today I wanted to talk about these issues about immigration again. I know it is very, very tiresome, but I want to talk about it because this is something that is coming out of hand. Now guys, in South Africa, people are really crying. And South Africans are very, very tired with these immigrants, illegal immigrants, who are coming to their country and making it overcrowded, leading to high crime rates, making South Africans to suffer. But in this video, I want you to listen to what some of these illegal immigrants have to say about the government of South Africa and what they need the government of South Africa to do for them in South Africa.
Aldrin, as I said, very sensitive, very emotional, but police have to do their job.
Because I can't go and bend myself when I see that place is danger. I can't go back to Lindela. I was just looking the way I can go. But to go to Lindela, I don't want. They're asking us to live here. We are leave. And then after that, I'll start following these people because of my son. I don't know where my son is until now. So we don't want to make any fighting with the government. We're just living in peace. Yeah, we're just living in peace.
How are you feeling? I can see that you are touched. You are heartbroken.
I'm feeling bad for this country and these people here. Because it's working here because of the refugees. Nothing can do. People just come with a gun, with everything. We are not in the war. We're running out to our country because of the war. Here, we just come and look peace. But here is no peace to this country. Better us, we can leave this country.
You are originally from Burundi?
Yes.
Tell us more about your situation, why you ran from Burundi and how you arrived here. You told me a very traumatic story.
Yes.
Just repeat that for me.
I living to my country 2002. Yes, because my parents and my family was been dying to 1995 with the war. 10% one day. And then I started running a different country until when I say let me go and stay in South Africa the way I can get the peace. But I reaching here is no any peace the one I get. It's just why I decided to live in this country.
Before you arrived here at the UN offices, where were you living?
I was living in Sunnyside.
So why did you run away from Sunnyside?
I was running in Sunnyside because police entered to my room, to my place, the way I was staying. He just come and stealing the money. And then it was too much things for the police. He started to I go to the way involving the police near to Schubert. One police told my sister, because of the things, don't go to following that things. You're gonna die for that things. Even my name is there to the Schubert. You know the way office Schubert is for the way we can.
Do you have asylum papers? Do you have your documents?
I have it. It's already expired. Yes.
So does that not make you illegal now in the country? So does that not make you more vulnerable? You are more in danger if you will be wandering in the streets since you do not want to go back to Lindela?
No, it's the same. Because even if I'm here also, I'm not safe. The way I can go, it's only God the one can help me for that. Because I don't have any news to.
Are you not scared that you will be arrested and you will go to prison instead of Lindela?
If you're asking me to go to the prison, it's no difference for the prison and go to Lindela. It's the same thing.
But when you go to prison, you'll be charged. You'll be facing a criminal offense.
No problem. Because I know myself, I don't have any criminal.
But you don't have the right documentation. You'll be on the streets.
The one I have it, I get to all my affairs. Is expired when I was in Lindela, and I don't want. The what you can do, you can arrest it, and the end, you're gonna be what? You're gonna leave him to Lindela to die. If he's doing like that, I'm fine for that.
All right, thank you so much. Aldrin, the lawyers for human rights are also here. Here's another lady that's been very fierce. You can see this big suitcase that she's pushing. Teresa, how are you feeling this morning?
Very good. Very happy. You have less South Africa.
I can see that you are sad, my sister. She's very upset, very upset. I'm trying to find the lawyers for human rights. They were just around the corner. You are in this van.
Yes, my name is Kanana. I'm going to go prison. Wamadu arrest me. I call that lady again. I'm going to go Nilok again. 2 years before Corona. I'm going to go Nilok again. Today I'm going to go back Nilok. What happened? He arrested me that Mama Iwen Chan from Cameroon. I'm go again in Nilo prison.
Why are you going to prison? Why not just go back into the South African community? You've got the option to be reintegrated.
Where community is South African go? Where problem for community? I'm coming here for xenophobia. I'm coming here xenophobia. Attack. You see here the head. What happened here? The head. So to attack. Here. Where here? You see? Attack is a xenophobia. That I'm come here, you and protect me. You and put me jail every day jail.
So you'd rather go to prison?
I go again. I go prison. Where the lawyer, the human right? Where the lawyer, human right?
Do you have children?
I'm not children in the Congo. I'm a papa. He died for the general. He died from coma. Where could I do? I'm a come here problem Congo.
All right, thank you so much. Aldrin, the majority of the refugees here are from the Democratic Republic of Congo. A lot of them, there are some who are from Burundi, Uganda, and Kenya, but I would say about 80% are from the DRC. We heard a very emotional feedback from one of the ladies who also refused to go to Lindela, who told us about her views. She sounded very informed and educated, and basically what she was saying is that the DRC is a mineral-rich country on the African continent. She was also saying that she believes that it's the richest country in the world, and however, the people of the DRC continue to suffer, continue to be persecuted. She was also talking about orchestrated war in that country, so that some countries can exploit the minerals of the DRC, and some of them, of course, are paying this hefty price where they have to run away from war and come to countries in like South Africa, but still even here they don't find relief. So she was just appealing on African leaders to start protecting the minerals of this continent, saying that the day that Africa's minerals are well protected and benefit the people of Africa. Is she going to Lindela, or has she decided to be reintegrated into community? Mama, thank you so much for joining us right now. As journalists who are here, who have to bring you this bitter story that is playing out here, you know, if you're human, there's no way you will not be touched by what is happening here. We're trying to move to another section to see what is happening at that particular stretch of the road. Here's another group.
Guys, I think what is really making this to be a problem, because what I've done, and I've stalked South African for a long time. Now it has been almost 1 week. And what I can say is that the #1 leading crime rates in South Africa is resulting from these the illegal immigrants who don't have option to employment, who are only coming there for their survival because their country, their formerly country, has really disappointed them. Now, guys, you can see for yourself the way these women are complaining about the government, where it has failed to help them in terms of provision of food, in terms of shelter. But again, I want you to know that there are some of the consequences that people need to know. As much as you want to go to someone's country, I know Malema once said that he needs Africa to be a borderless continent, but it is having some of the challenges, and some of the challenges are these where the South Africans are facing. But I believe it is one of the reasons why South Africans never voted for Malema, because personally I've seen what the South Africans are going through, and it is really load shedding. It is really tiresome, and making South Africans to be very tiresome. You want to know why I'm saying this is because of this. One is about the pressure on the public services, which I already talked about in my previous videos. You'll find that the South Africans, these illegal immigrants, are really scrambling with the citizens of South Africans in terms of schools, housing, and healthcare. And recently, you'll find that most of the South Africans are not renting their house because it has been taken by the illegal immigrants. As much as we are talking about these illegal immigrants not having houses, but one of them is that there is so much pressure on these public services. Another one is about the overcrowding. You'll find that people are really overcrowded, and when you come to note, you'll find that these people are actually not your citizens. To make the matter worse is that these people are not having legal documents to stay in your country. This is something that is leading to high crime rates. Then there is also another one about the language barrier and the cultural, which can exist for a very long time. You can see this woman was saying that it came to South Africa since 2008 and has been in South Africa for that long time. And yeah, there's this thing called language barrier because of the mixing of the South Africans and the illegal people. Remember, these illegal migrants are coming from different parts of the Africa. One of them that they're saying is majorly in Congo. Now there's also another one about increased pressure on natural resources. you'll find that people are clearing out trees, are clearing forests just to settle in those regions. And this is something that is also illegal. Come to racial tensions and discrimination. These are, you'll see that I have seen a lot of videos and footages where you'll find that these illegal immigrants are really facing these racial tensions and discrimination simply because they are not from South Africa. And also, it can also happen opposite, where these illegal immigrants are having the same intention to discriminate the fellow South Africans. You can hear some of them are saying that, what will they do? What are the government going to do? And one of the things that I've come to realize is that the government of South Africa is making is the one that is failing South Africans, where it is allowing these people to come to their country by not protecting the South Africa through the borders, where they're allowing these illegal immigrants to come to their country. Then there's another one about the local people who can miss out on jobs due to increased competition from the migrants. And this is also one of the things where the South Africans are having. And when it results to this, you'll find that these local people can result to other activities. Remember, they are idle. And when someone is idle, we'll start having some bad ideas, where you will end up stealing for other people because he has no otherwise. Then there's another one about the migrants group may not assimilate into the local communities, and they may have some of their agendas where they're also pushing their attitudes or their characters right from where they came from. Then there's another one about the gender imbalance. Usually men are more likely to migrate in these locations. Now, I want to talk about the negative impacts on the original location, because I've seen these people have been told that to go to South Africa or they will face a jail term. Likewise, they have also refused to go back to their country, to their original location. But here, I want to give you negative impacts of this. One is that there are few people who end up paying taxes. And when they end up paying taxes, they make the economy to slow down, leading to a lower GDP, and may end up country becoming low in economy, and the government in that country may end up generating low income or low taxes. Then there's another one about the few skilled migrants, as those with skills, education tend to be people who migrate. This is also known as the brain drain, and this is also called the brain drain could harm the economic development. Then there's another one about these people when they're having border separation, where their borders separate families. The people from South Africa, the people who migrate to South Africa and the people who are left back at home may result to border separate families. Then there are often gender imbalance. It is often the males who usually move to this region. Then migrants may run out of money during that migration on immigrants, and issues community due to language barriers. So these are some of the problems where the South Africans are really facing to these people, and the government is not paying attention to such things. So what do you think about this? Because it is not only happening in South Africa, it is also happening in many continents, especially South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, and many else. Now, there's another point here where a lady talked about their government, where the Congo has been named as one of the richest in terms of resources. But why are the Congolese living in that devastated manner? Why are Congolese having that are living in a poor house, are not able to put food in their table? Yet they are the richest in minerals. Reason is because the government has really failed them. So I believe that the reason why, the only thing that can help to solve this problem of illegal migration is when the government engages. But up to when is the government going to engage if you keep on keeping quiet? It is high time for you to rise up and talk and speak your mind about these illegal immigrants. Thank you guys for listening to this video, and see you in another episode.